Yeah. Let's get it.
What is up, Top Shottaz? It is your boy K Cants back here with another YouTube video. This one comes from a live stream we made recently. You're going to see some unedited footage from that. In this one, your 4 favorite Top Shot individuals discuss some All-Star Game predictions and hopes. So we started off by discussing some things that we thought were going to happen that Dapper had planned for All-Star Game weekend. At the time of me recording this, the Seeing Stars drop is currently live. I missed out. Hopefully all you guys got in. I'm going to try again tonight and tomorrow morning though. So we talked about that, and then we talked about some other things that we think Dapper might have planned, because they've already alluded to the fact that they have some cool stuff planned for All-Star Game weekend and for All-Star Sunday. So we have some ideas, some clues out there in the wild that we talked about and tried to decipher. Who knows if we're going to be right. If you think you know what they're going to do for All-Star Game weekend, leave something down in the comments for us to read. We'll see if we have any smart viewers out there. After we talked about some predictions, we talked about some things that we would like to see, some desires of ours. So we all have plenty of thoughts on Top Shot and what we love about it, but also there's some things we think could be improved, or just some things that would be super hype. So we had a quick little discussion about what we think that they might do for All-Star Game weekend, or things that we think would be super dope, get the community fired up, and people could have a lot of fun with. So we had a lot of fun making this video. Again, it's some unedited footage from a recent Twitch stream. Tune in to those Twitch streams. We tweet them out on social. You guys should know when we're going live, but we have a ton of fun, a lot of interaction with the chat, and we get to do stuff like this. So if you missed our This or That episode 1 YouTube video, make sure you check that out. It's from the same Twitch stream, but it's a little mini game that we're going to be running pretty frequently here, and we're going to try and start including you guys that are in the Twitch stream and doing it live with us pretty soon. But we debated and we made predictions on which moment between 2 that were similarly priced would be worth more in about 2 weeks. It was pretty engaging, pretty fun. A lot of people had some different opinions, so it wasn't a consensus by any means. But enjoy this video, enjoy some All-Star Game predictions, enjoy All-Star weekend, the dunk contest, 3-point contest, the All-Star Game. Hopefully it's like last year, it actually gets competitive. We get to see some of these guys play. I'm pumped up to see Steph and LeBron play on the same team for the first time in their careers. That should be a ton of fun. But enjoy this video. Like, subscribe, comment, follow us on social media, follow us on Twitch, tune in, keep supporting us. We appreciate you guys. We're going to keep giving back to you guys, but for now, we hope you guys enjoy this. We're going to start with some predictions for All-Star Game weekend. So in addition to what we already know, which is that they announced the Rising Stars via a pseudo pack opening on NBA Top Shot, which was kind of the first big piece of marketing the NBA's done for Top Shot. Aside from that and this new set that's being minted, what are some predictions that you guys have about what they're going to do between now and sometime Sunday night? Baba, I know you got plenty at the hip, so hit me with them.
So between now and Sunday night,
it doesn't have to be between now and Sunday night. I guess just related to the All-Star Game in general.
So I think one thing that I'm predicting will be a mention of Top Shot on national television.
Okay.
Be maybe a player or maybe an announcer. I'm not sure if Roz Gold-Onwude is going to be covering the All-Star Game, but we know she's big into Top Shot right now. So if she is on the sideline reporting or something like that, definitely a chance that she says Top Shot this or something like that. So yeah, that's one of my predictions. Also, Rudy Gobert is big into Top Shot. He's got his own moments and stuff. And I think that might be the only All-Star that is currently into Top Shot, but I wouldn't be surprised if the word spread during this event and we heard another All-Star get into it and mention it during some event or something like that this weekend.
So not like a structured, like a planned announcement, but just you think it's going to get talked about during one of these highly televised events?
I think so. I think, like Adam Levko, he talked about it on TNT, I think about a week ago, just like mentioning it in passing. I think something like that is definitely going to happen just because, it's kind of hard not to be brought up. It's just all NBA stuff and someone's going to, get hyped about a play and say Top Shot this or something like that, I think.
both Shams and Rachel broke the news today with the mention of Top Shot, by the way.
Yeah.
So like Shams is arguably 1A to 1B with Woj, so top NBA journalist breaking the news with Top Shot was huge. So that's pretty big. I do like that Gobert prediction because they did mention on the conversation with Rohan, they mentioned one Western Conference All-Star having news, and then one Eastern Conference All-Star also potentially breaking the news as well. So those are pretty big announcements. I'm not too sure who it will be from the Eastern Conference, but yeah, I guess we'll wait and see.
I think it's too early for like an actual NBA commercial mentioning Top Shot or promoting Top Shot.
Yeah, they've already said that they're not running any paid advertisements. So that was something that Roham confirmed. But I think them having these NBA players that are already into it is their way of still advertising while still holding true to their statement that they're not paying for these advertisements. But yeah, I definitely think we're going to see something from some NBA player, something like that.
I think regardless, if you're an NBA fan and you didn't know of Top Shot before, this weekend will definitely put it on your radar or give you some type of knowledge about it, or just at least have you do some digging further into it. At least I'm mentioned somewhere somehow.
I'm going to parlay off what
Absolutely.
Ali just said. He said that they've already mentioned that they have a Western and Eastern Conference All-Star. My prediction is that the Eastern Conference All-Star is going to be Jaylen Brown. Because, basically, I think, number one, you look at the Eastern Conference roster. I think that of those guys, so Jaylen Brown's a Cal guy. He's also been kind of into tech. Like, he and Iguodala have done some like tech talk stuffs with like Bloomberg. He's talked about esports. He's talked about investing. He's talked about a lot of things that are kind of leaning towards the like crypto, NFT, like tech space. He's a little bit younger, and also the fact that he's not that he's just, I think like I can't really imagine a guy like Giannis, right, who culturally is from a different country, becoming like as invested right away, even though I think Giannis actually might have tweeted about it like very kind of vaguely. So that's gonna be my prediction, is that I bet Jaylen Brown is the Eastern Conference All-Star to match Rudy Gobert, who I think we already kind of know is super into it. Like I can't imagine.
Will say though,
Yeah.
go ahead. I
No,
will
you're
say Giannis is big into the collecting cards. So maybe not this weekend, but I think in the future, Giannis is going to be huge into Top Shot.
What Embiid?
Giannis, I could see him
Need
being
Embiid.
into it too.
I could see Embiid too.
I think just his personality and like his persona, just in general. If he just has like those types of antics and just says something like, "Let's get Embiid wins MVP," and he just like,
Yeah. Did you guys see him?
announcement,
Did
just
you guys see
like,
him just absolutely dehumanize Donovan Mitchell today?
yes, dude.
That clip
Just
was
hop on
so
Twitter.
funny. Clip was so funny.
Such a good dude. I love him. I love him.
I definitely think I definitely think the announcers are gonna use it. It's for sure gonna be like you're gonna see a wild dunk mid game, no defense, and there's gonna be like wild Top Shot this or some shit like that. Like,
Yeah, if we get an announcer to say it, that would be huge.
yeah, I could see it. Also, imagine that. Sorry, Addy. Imagine they make a highlight reel. It's a pack opening, and then boom, player comes up, and it's the highlight from like 2 seconds ago. You know what I mean? Like little like video reel.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
but it's
say.
just pack opening.
I think there have been some teams that have put out like little clips of like I think the Mavs put one out, and it was like kind of the same theme and like artwork and kind of like colorway as a Top Shot moment, and like that kind of holographic cube spinning with the colors and stuff like that. I bet that they do something where like Keon said, like they roll like a highlight clip, and each highlight is like got that same like, it's a picture of the dude, and then it turns to the right, and then it's the highlight, and it's like kind of in the same theme where everyone's going to know immediately. Those that have used Top Shot are going to be like, oh, this is a Top Shot moment. Like that's what they're trying to emulate here. I think that'd be super cool.
By the way, for the people listening, if you haven't already entered into a Twitter competition, what you have to do is like, comment and retweet and comment who you think will be MVP of the NBA All-Star game. So there have been some great predictions so far. A lot of love for Embiid and LeBron, but I think the sleeper pick this year might be Devin Booker. I've been seeing a lot of comments about that. I do like that. I think he has something to prove. I'd never bet against a man like that, especially with that stupid double tag yesterday. A lot of bad energy going his way. I hope something kind of goes right for him this weekend.
I just don't think he's going to get enough playing time. I
Yeah,
think he's
it
probably
always
gonna play,
goes. It always goes to a starter, except for that. I think there's that one year that Russ won it off the bench, just because he was the only guy playing hard.
Yeah.
I
mean, yeah, they usually just don't play the young guys that much. Like in general, he's probably gonna get like 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, I bet you can actually kind of narrow it down and just look at the roster. Like it's not going to it's not going to the young guys. It's not going to the centers, except for probably Giannis has a chance. But like Gobert's not winning this award. Sorry about Gobert. He's just not going to score enough, and it's just not a game for him. So you can kind of narrow it down a little bit. And also you can kind of pick which players actually care. Like, I don't know. Generally speaking, I can't really picture, I don't know. Well, actually, that's not true. In the past, I would have said Steph, but I think Steph might actually be playing all out this year. But, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with
do
Steph.
like a hard fourth quarter.
I'm going with Steph.
You mentioned centers. What do you think? Do you think Embiid has a shot?
No.
Nah.
I mean, he has a shot, sure. He has a shot, sure. But, like, I don't know. I don't anticipate he'll win. I think his odds would be pretty low. It's geared towards guards.
I don't want to see him. Yeah.
I think Giannis is the exception just because, like, he's so big. And, I mean, he's not even really a center, but he just, like, even though he doesn't, like, shoot threes, he does all the other highlight stuff. But it will be interesting if there's more effort this year because last year there's way more effort. And I wonder if they're going to keep I think it's called the Hollinger system. I wonder if they're going to keep that fourth quarter system this year. Have they announced it at all?
Yeah,
I believe so, and I also believe they're paying another tribute to Kobe, if I'm not mistaken.
And it's also, you mean the Elam ending, right?
Elam, yeah, that's what it's not Hollinger. I don't know what I was thinking.
Hollinger's John Hollinger.
I don't know
Is that
what
where
I
they
was
play to
thinking.
a certain number?
Yeah, so the Elam ending is
Yeah.
like they Popeyes in the tournament, I think. Is that what it was called? That big, like, basically anyone can enter, like, the $1 million just like AAU tournament for adults, basically. And yeah, it's basically you take the scores at the end of the third quarter, you take the highest score, you add a set number of points to that highest score, so whoever's winning, and then it's just a race to that number, basically. So last year they used it, and it was actually a pretty interesting ending. There were some interesting articles written at the time about, like, the pros and cons to it, like why it's good, why it's bad. The one primary flaw is dealing with fouls, because like last year it ended on a free throw, and then people are like, okay, well that's super boring. How do you make it so it doesn't end on a free throw? But then the flip side to it is like, okay, if it can't end on a free throw, I'm just gonna hack everyone because I know they can't win, even if they get a free throw. So it's like they're trying to come up with, like, ways to do it, but I do think it's a pretty interesting kind of prospect. I know they were talking about potentially rolling out in, like, the G League and seeing how it works in, like, real, quote unquote, real competitive basketball, but I think it's fun. I'm always up for, like, kind of change and stuff like that and, like, new things, or at least testing it out in, like, the minor leagues, so that'd be interesting.
I had a question. So usually the MVP of the game is from the team that wins, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, matchup for matchup, who's winning? Eastern Conference or Western Conference?
Well, it's not conference. They draft the teams, remember?
So
it's just
LeBron or Cal.
It's Team KD or Team LeBron.
they haven't picked the teams yet, huh?
No. I don't know when they do that.
I'm just looking at the players.
Yeah, we could do that actually. We could do like how we think the draft order will go, which would be interesting. Because, like, I know for a fact LeBron's never picking Steph, so like you can just rule that out.
I
don't know that.
I would love to see LeBron and Steph.
Yeah, there's a reason that LeBron has never picked Steph, though, Ali. You know that, right?
We're an anti-clutch pod.
Yep, LeBron's picking Dame over Steph 100%.
Yeah.
We'll save this conversation for an entire segment about this. But I'd love to hear.
I want LeBron to pick Kyrie, and then KD to pick Steph, and LeBron and Kyrie have to play, and then KD has to play against his point guard. That's what I want to see.
KD's not playing though. KD's out.
Oh, that's right. Who's gonna pick for them then?
KD's captain. He's not playing. Yeah.
He still picks. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum replaced him.
Yeah. Yeah, it will be
I'd
very
love to see
interesting.
LeBron and Zion on the same team.
So you guys think even if KD is not playing, LeBron wouldn't pick Steph first overall?
No, LeBron
If
did.
has
He didn't
a
pick
full
Steph first
pick.
last time. He took. Who did he take instead of him? No, LeBron.
He took James Harden.
LeBron
No,
might
that
pick
was-
Steph,
that was
but
young.
there's no way he's picking Steph first. I'd be shocked if he picks Steph first.
You think Steph goes 1 or 2? Like,
No.
you
I
think
think
KD picks Steph?
I think LeBron is the first pick, right?
Yeah.
I feel like LeBron is taking Luka.
I would say.
Luka.
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
LeBron is such a.
I think so.
I feel like LeBron is so petty. I can't see him picking Kawhi. I can't see him picking. I could see him picking Embiid, actually. Embiid wouldn't surprise me. That might be the
I
pick
guess
for
see him
him.
picking James Harden too.
He's a bench guy. They pick the
I would
starters
love
first,
to
though.
see
Okay, we're getting sidetracked here,
yeah.
but that's maybe we do that. Maybe we do a fake draft. Maybe we'll do a mock draft later. We can get two of us as one captain, two of us as another, and we'll mock draft the teams. I could see him picking Kyrie as well. Echo. That wouldn't surprise me. Give me some more predictions. Somebody give me a prediction about what's going to happen with Top Shot for All-Star Weekend.
Well, I know that we talked about it on the podcast, but I'll mention that they're gonna do something probably for the two captains because they haven't minted any moments yet for them. So probably looking like a challenge. Collect all 26 or something like that, and you're gonna probably collect one team perhaps. If you collect KD's team, you get KD's captain moment, or LeBron, you get LeBron, you get his captain moment, or even something crazier, you collect all of them, you get some crazy shit. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm gonna just make my prediction around that, and that I bet that LeBron and KD are challenge moments, and the challenge is gonna be you have to collect every single moment on their team. So whoever KD drafts, you have to collect all the All-Stars on his team to win the KD, and vice versa for LeBron. That's my prediction. That feels almost too easy, but I think that that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I agree. I think that is also going to happen. We'll probably end up with about 7,000 of these challenge rewards.
7K?
I
You
mean,
think so? That's a
if it's
lot.
anything like the gift we saw, it's gonna go fucking.
I mean,
Prices are gonna shoot up quick, especially now that people
Because-
realize with the challenges that right after the challenges drop, all these prices go up.
because like if you think 7K, like everybody that did the AD challenge, that's about the same rate because they did 10,000 of each of those, and they've minted 10,000 of each of these All Stars. So I think like, even though this is gonna require a lot more capital, I think there's gonna be also a lot more people. So I still think we end up maybe 7,000, maybe 6,000, but somewhere above 5,000, I think. Where
Okay.
half of them get used to complete the challenge.
10,000 is considered a rare pack now, huh? Right? Did they just
No.
change
No,
they just
no.
changed the edition sizes today? What did they change?
It's like 5,000, I think. 5,000.
Oh, is that what it is? Because I'm wondering what these packs are going to cost.
Yeah.
Because the MGLEs were only 99 the first premium packs, and there weren't a lot of those moments minted. So,
Yeah, it'll be super interesting.
I wonder if it'll be more or less.
What do you think these packs will cost?
Probably 99 again, if I had to guess.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I'm curious
Yeah,
to
I
see
think
what the
so.
marketplace is going to look like this week, especially if they onboard all the users. I know Katie posted where Top Shot hit around 500,000 users, which is absurd. Um, so I wonder what the marketplace is going to look like, especially if like we just mentioned earlier in the stream, if someone were to mention it, or if Top Shot trends on Twitter, anything like those. I wonder what's going to happen with the marketplace and signups and how that's going to affect everything.
Can't wait till we see Top Shot trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's
I
inevitable.
mean, if you guys want a bull run, just keep tweeting it, get it trending,
Yeah, that's true.
and it's over. Honestly.
Retweet all
Yeah,
that
if you guys
stuff.
want to see it, get it going on
Exactly.
Twitter. Honestly,
Yeah.
use the hashtag TopShotThis.
Power of Twitter, just like become like the Dogecoin crew. And
Honestly,
just pump it.
Honestly, the real move is TikTok though. Follow us on that TikTok. If you want to see some really blow up, get that viral on TikTok. It will go viral more double what it could on Twitter or Instagram. Like without question.
100%.
The TikTokers are insanely powerful.
Yeah, they're powerful.
Yeah, hashtag.
Yeah.
Yeah, hashtag get it trending and you're fucking golden.
TikTok, and then there's Elon Musk as well. If you show up
That's
tweet
true.
under Elon, and if he just even likes the Top Shot tweet, like it's over.
Yeah.
I don't think Channeth has that kind of leverage, but Channeth could also move some markets, bro. If he says some stupid shit, like it's over. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for some way of him to just say something. But TikTok, oh my god. So that's what you guys need to do. Everyone listening right now, just spam TikTok with some hashtags.
Yeah. Follow our TikTok at NBA Top Shot. But let's shift a little bit. Let's go, instead of predictions, let's hear some things you guys would like to see from All-Star Weekend, because I think that they kind of overlap. Like I would like to see some of these things, but I do want to know what you guys think. What are some like requests of yours, even if they're just more generally speaking and not necessarily specific to All-Star Weekend, but what are some things you think would be super dope to see, even if they're super unreasonable, maybe not going to actually happen?
I want Steph to break the 3-point contest record, for sure. Just to kind of solidify himself as the best 3-point shooter. I think that'd be awesome.
I don't think he needs any more solidifying, just to be clear. Not to nitpick on your words, but yes, I agree.
No, but just like hold every 3-point record.
That would be dope.
In the NBA, like just that'd be pretty cool. We talked a little before the stream started about the dunk contest. It's pretty disappointing with the lineup. I'm hoping Obi Toppin can kind of prove me wrong, make me bite my words, but it's very disappointing. The contest is lackluster. Like, the 3-point contest is now more exciting than the dunk contest. That just shows like kind of the shift the league has taken. So I kind of hope I eat my words on that.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I want them to do, I think what would be cool, I don't know if they'll do it, but I want them to start branching out. And I know there's all kinds of like memes and stuff on Twitter, but I think that it'd be cool if they can figure out a way to branch out and make it a little bit more like fun and creative and not just these NBA highlights. And like if they put a dunk contest highlight pack together or a 3-point contest pack together, or like, I mean, the meme was like a Stephen A. Smith or like a Ronnie 2K moment together. I know that kind of extends past the NBA's license agreement, but I think it would be cool if they come up with ways to like, Top Shot's kind of like a fun, it's not like super like artsy or super like technical. It's kind of like a fun environment, like riding the wave of the NBA. I think it'd be cool if they kind of lean into that a little bit and they figure out a way to expand outside of just kind of like doing the same minting of highlights over and over again. Because right now it feels like, to me, when I look at moments, I don't really care what the highlight is, with a handful of exceptions. Like we've talked about the last stream, like Luka's step back 3 in the bubble is like one of the few moments where it's like that one's cool because of the actual moment that you're getting. But I feel like a lot of these, like, I don't know, I don't really care what the moment is, basically. I don't really like buy or sell based off of that. But if they start to branch out a little bit and make it a little bit more creative and like unique ones here and there, I think that could be super fun and a way for collectors to like, instead of just targeting like rare ones and ways to make money, they can start targeting like, oh, I think this is actually a super sick moment. Or like, oh, I love this dunk. Or, oh, I get like one of Steph's moments, but also one of his 3-point contest moments. You know, like things like that. I think that'd be cool.
I think that's super cool. And also what you mentioned earlier about like Ronnie 2K or like other influencers kind of having moments as well. Like I think once Top Shot kind of opens up to like more secondary market, it's like OpenSea and Rarible, and you have like influencers being able to create like
Oh yeah.
NFTs like Dapper Labs, and then you could have like let's say the Celebrity All Star Game 2022. Like, let's say who's a rapper? Let's say Drake has like a sick Top Shot moment. It's just like hidden in play in the All Star Game, and then you could resell that on Rarible or OpenSea. Like that'd be a sweet concept. Like that'd be super dope. And then you could collect that and also have it like in your Top Shot account. I think that'd be pretty awesome.
I can definitely see them doing the dunk contest moments for sure.
It's so easy. It's so easy.
Yeah.
I think the problem is that, and this is what I
I want to see some.
Sorry, go Bubba.
I go for it.
I was just gonna say, I think one of the issues they're gonna run into is like it seems like they're starting to prioritize like these larger sets, because I don't think that they want these super limited ones, because I don't think they want to do pack drops for like 1,000 people anymore, because it's so demoralizing for such a big proportion of the population that they want to print 260,000 all-stars and be able to give one to like at the very least like 75% of people that want one, and right now it'd probably be 100%. So like if you do a dunk contest one and you only have 3 moments, I mean, yeah, I guess you could just do a drop and you just print like 50,000 of each or whatever. But then all of a sudden it's like those are gonna be worthless. That'll be interesting, because some of these unique ones, they can't really drop them, you know.
True.
But we'll see. I'm sure they'll figure out a good happy medium. Bob, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I want to see some like group moments, like with multiple players, something like that. You know, or like maybe a whole team moment, something like that, where it's not just one player's moment, but like maybe like for example for the All-Star, maybe you have them like maybe you have the starting lineup announcement as a moment or something like that.
Yeah.
And just like not have it labeled as one player's moment, but more of like just a true NBA moment.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Street Fighter class thing, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
The what now? What are you talking about?
The Street Fighter class card.
I know what you're talking about. But yeah, I also think it'd be cool, and like a way for them to go forward is if they start doing like dual moments. So like right now there's like people who will buy and sell specific moments, because even though it's not for the player listed, they're like featured in it. So like for example, like I remember for the Cool Cats, like the set one, the Derrick Jones Jr. one, who's like Derrick Jones Jr. is a fine player, he's okay, but his was like the second most expensive one because he was blocking LeBron, and because LeBron was in the moment, it was like worth more. So like I was really gonna say that, Yazan, in the chat, but it's like if they had like an All-Star game from 2 years ago and they had that Steph to Giannis bounce pass alley-oop where he like bounced it over KD's head, and they made it like a Steph Curry / Giannis Antetokounmpo dunk / assist, and I made it like a dual moment for the two of them, instead of it just being like, oh, this is Steph's assist, but everyone likes it because of Giannis, and they make it like a dual thing sometimes. It could be super cool and also drive demand, because now you have all the Steph fans and all the Giannis fans that are like, oh, this is so sick, I really want one. So I think that's a great call on like group moments. That'd be awesome. What else? Anything else we want to see All-Star Weekend wise?
Who do you guys have in the skills contest?
The skills
I honestly have
what's
Luka. I
what's
feel like he's gonna take his time and just kind of. It's always the bounce pass or the chest pass. They have the layup, 3-pointer, I believe. Like weaving through the cones.
I like Chris Paul.
Dude,
Chris Paul's the best 3-point shooter, and the 3 is, if it's anything like what it used to be. I don't know what the format is, but it basically comes down to who makes their 3. If you make your 3, you win. If you miss your 3, you usually lose. And I like Chris Paul.
Taking Luka all the way.
Yeah, Chris Paul too. Go with Chris Paul. Also, like for the skill shot, I mean, he's a point guard, but also he's smaller, so he can maneuver through those. It's a lot better than someone like a Randall or Sabonis or Vucevic or Rocco. It's pretty much Luka or Chris Paul.
That said, it's been 3 of the last 5 years. It's been a big man that's won. It was Towns and Porzingis 4 and 5 years ago. Dinwiddie, Jason Tatum, and then Bam last year. So maybe the big man trend continues.
Right.
Porzingis had no
I
business
forgot
being
Bam.
the damn skills challenge.
Porzingis, man. Ooh.
Man fell off.
God, before that though, it was just guard after guard after guard. Towns was like the first big man to ever win it. I think they might not have had guards in it. Yeah, I don't know. I think the skills challenge is so overrated. I don't think it's that fun.
If Steph
Yeah, I
wasn't
don't
in the
either,
3-point
honestly.
challenge, or 3-point shootout, who would win? Steph wasn't in it.
If what?
Steph wasn't in the 3-point challenge, who would win?
I don't even know if Steph's going to win. I mean, I think he's got as good a chance as anyone, but the 3-point challenge too, it's just like, I don't know, it can be kind of random. Like Booker has won it. Because the thing is, I think you can actually get a little bit of intel on this based off of shooting form, because like a guy like Levine, it feels like Levine's shooting form isn't very conducive to like, having to pick up a ball off a rack. Personally, just like the little bit that I know about him. But
That's what I was gonna say. I agree.
so like Steph's has a pretty good one. Devin Booker's got a pretty like kind of straight up and down shot. I think Donovan Mitchell jumps a little bit too much. I feel like he jumps really high on his jump shot, so that's not great either. Like you kind of want to be like really smooth and consistent and quick with it, because half of it's like how much different is like pick a ball up off a rack versus catching a pass or whatever. And when you're not just shooting one at a time, it's different. So I don't know. I could see Steph or Booker winning. They both won it before.
Yeah, those are my picks. I agree. Sleeper pick, Jaylen Brown, just because, I mean, I don't know. He's been hot this year from 3.
Yeah.
Support the Berkeley boy.
Yep.
I'll go with Steph.
I do think Steph is for sure favored.
I haven't looked at any odds for this weekend.
Look.
So if you guys have any numbers on that or anyone in the chat list, feel free to toss them our way. I haven't looked at those, so I'm sure Steph is the clear favorite on that. What do you guys think of the Rising Stars?
They're not playing.
is there any like?
I think Team USA would be favored by 45 in that game.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Mulder and Facundo Campazzo playing for the world team.
It's basically
so.
like Ja, Zion, God, who else is on that team? The roster's just insane. LaMelo, Wiseman's on that team. Hero's on that team.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Basically, the worst player on the U.S. team. I think the worst player on the U.S. team is like
Anthony Edwards.
The worst player on the U.S. team is like Wiseman or Anthony Edwards, or it's basically one of those rookies. And the worst player on the world, or the best player on the world team,
Johnson.
The best player on the world team is like Precious Achua. It's like that. It's just not very. It's just not very close.
Yeah, it's like Precious and RJ Barrett are gonna be carrying that team.
It's RJ Barrett. Yeah.
Actually, Rui Hachimura, I think he's a beast, honestly.
Oh yeah. His cool cat's gonna go up, I think.
100%.
Bob, I hope so.
I hope so. I just bought up a ton of them.
We are chilling. We're starting to at least.
See it. Cool. Okay, well, I think, do you guys have anything else you want to talk about All-Star Weekend, or do we want to shift gears and go into our little segment here? Oh, do we want to do our bold
predictions real quick?
Yeah, we can do it. Let's all give one bold prediction. I know Baba's probably got one saved up. I don't know if I have one off the top, so I'm going to have to think, but we'll go one bold prediction for All-Star Weekend.
Baba, fire away.
Yeah, I got one. All right. So I think that those of the people that bought that pre-order pack this weekend, I think those people will get a special surprise either sometime before the All-Star game or during the All-Star game. Because if you look on the blog or where it kind of gives the details for this pre-order pack, it says that the pack will be delivered in approximately 2 weeks, and it doesn't really give a specific date. If you go down, it says they'll send you an update on your pre-order pack on March 6th. So that is literally the day of the All-Star game, and that's a super specific date. which is kind of weird because none of the other things are set in stone, except that they're going to send out an update on the day of the All-Star game.
The game's on the
Yeah.
7th,
I think-
Bubba. The game's on the 7th.
Oh, wait. No. Yeah.
No, they said they would tell us on the 7th something. The 6th.
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
The email
The,
said the 7th.
The
Yeah.
thing says the 6th, but yeah.
Love it.
I still think that on the 6th, they're going to send something out in anticipation of the All-Star game then. Because why would they be so specific and say March 6th during like one of the biggest events of the NBA calendar, and like they're going to just send out a random update? I feel like it's going to have something to do with All-Star weekend or something, like giving those people that pre-ordered the pack some special incentive or something related to All-Star weekend. Maybe they'll say like, oh, these pre-order packs will include one of the All-Stars or something like that.
Ooh.
That's what I'm thinking. So like, because they just minted all those All-Stars and they haven't really said like what they're going to do with those. So I could see that being something that they announce and being like, yeah, in addition to your base set moments, we're going to throw in an All-Star to your pre-order pack, which would be super hype.
I like it.
Okay.
I
So
like
your
it.
theory, basically, the packs people ordered last week, the ones that are supposed to be delivered, those are the All-Star base packs? Or they're going to have to include like an All-Star moment?
No, I don't know if that's going to be the All-Star pack, but yeah, I think something related to All-Star weekend, well, like an added bonus will be associated with this thing. I don't know what it's going to be, but I think they definitely put March 6th for a reason, like right in the middle of All-Star weekend. It's gotta have some significance, I think, because like everything else was just, yeah, we'll get it to you in approximately 2 weeks, something like that. So I don't see any other reason for them to be so specific with this update.
Okay.
Dude,
like it.
Baba, that would be a bombshell.
Yeah, I definitely think that something crazy is going to happen on the 6th when they come out with that announcement, and it's related to All-Star Weekend. You heard it here first.
I think my bold prediction
Yes,
that I've
sir.
just come up with is that I think that they're going to unveil some sort of Top Shot 2.0 / like big revamp of like the marketplace and some of like the logistical things of how it works. It feels like they've been under maintenance more than they've been open over the last couple weeks, and I feel like they might be leading up with this like pre-order pack drop, potentially this Seeing Stars pack drop, and all of a sudden they want to like build this like bottleneck of all these packs that are going to be dropped, right? They're going to drop 250,000 or something ridiculous packs, and then maybe these Seeing Stars ones, and then they're going to unveil all at once, along with all these moments that are being given to people, some big update to the way that you can like list and delist moments, or like the way you can actually go on and like actually make payments, or like an update to the buying process, something like that that's going to like make some of the pains of Top Shot, because there's definitely some pains in like the actual process of buying and selling, that's going to hopefully solve some of those. So I think that they unveil some sort of Marketplace 2.0. And honestly, I really hope they do that. So maybe it's just me wanting
And
it.
there's supposed to be an app eventually.
Yeah, I think that's days away. I don't think that they're very close
I
to
think
like
that's,
hardcore. But yeah, they have talked about it. Do you guys have a bold prediction, Keon and Ali?
Wait, Kev, just to ask about that, do you think like the Marketplace 2.0, do you think it would have like KYC or like withdrawal features, or just like some of the things people have been like mentioning?
I have no idea what it would have. I just think that basically the marketplace is a little stale, and there's some really valid concerns that I guarantee you that Top Shot's aware of. Like I guarantee they're aware of the fact that people would probably appreciate to like be able to change the price on a moment instead of having to like cancel your transaction and then relist it, like you can do on secondary markets. Or they'd like you to be able to see the lowest asking price in your collection instead of just in the marketplace. Like those are just like obvious things that I feel like I have to imagine are simple-ish fixes, where if they wanted to, they could do it. So I'm just going to take a wild prediction that they're going to take a bunch of things, like some pain points that people have, and try and solve them all at once in like one big rollout that coincides with this big increase in like pack demand and moment demand and marketplace demand. But I have no idea what it actually looks like. That'd be cool. Who knows? But no, I don't know.
Our buddy Ian had a great suggestion the other day where he wished they had kind of like a mark list. If you check up on them and put them on like a watch list or just a standard watch list, you can have like players you observe. Yeah, I think that'd be a pretty cool functionality.
There's so many super obvious and like simple things that would make the usability of Top Shot so much better, and I just can't imagine that they're not going to have at least some of them figured out in the long term. So that's kind of exciting for me.
Absolutely.
Have they solidified like a date on like badges and stuff?
We did get a question on what they are. Go
Rohan said in a couple, I think he said 3 weeks. For anyone listening in now, you can go on our Twitter page and check one of our retweets. It's from office hours earlier this morning. So Rohan said about 3 to 4 weeks for the update on badges, but
okay.
I think that's where you could kind of expect it, but nothing set in stone.
Okay.
I'll leave the tweet in Twitch right now. For my kind of predictions for All-Star Game weekend, I think I'm just going to rock with what we said earlier. I do think some reporter or some athlete is going to openly speak about Top Shot in like the public sphere, public eye, and probably gain a decent amount of traction on social media, which would lead to just a huge influx of new users signing on and hopefully boost marketplace sales and traction. So I think that'll be pretty cool. No, I can't put a prediction on who it will be or what they'll say, but either a journalist or just one of these kind of hype player figures. Shams was huge for me. I can't imagine anyone bigger than that kind of speaking about Top Shot. So hopefully.
Dang.
All right.
Bold
Do you have any
prediction.
predictions, or are we good?
I'm trying to think of what hasn't been said already.
We've gone through plenty. Top Shot, if you're listening and you need ideas, come our way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get it.
That probably take
To Rexo.